Hey everybody, it is Monday night and we are back on the curve. Yes! Exciting stuff. Well, I am so glad to be with you guys tonight, and I am excited to be surrounded by my girls for a little girl chat and my wonderful, amazing, lovely co-hosts.
Tony G. Campbell.
And I'm Melissa Waller.
And of course, it's your girl Shannon Deneen, and we are here to have one juicy show, y'all.
Yes.
Listen.
Yes, please.
Listen.
Get your tea ready.
Get your tea together because I have all the hot gossip ready to go. We're gonna talk about we're gonna have a little hot gossip, we're gonna spill a little tea, and we're gonna learn a little bit. Is that all right?
That's all right. Come on.
Before we start, co-host, tell the people where they can find you.
Follow me at Tony with an I, letter G, Campbell on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and on Friday mornings at 10 o'clock for Fantastic Fridays live on the Curve on Facebook.
Yep.
And you can follow me at Missy W1913 on Instagram. Mondays, I'm here with your motivation. You can catch me in the evening or in the morning. And this season is Girl Scout season. So if you want to donate,
catch
you can
these
go
Girl
ahead
Scout cookies
and send a little Cash App donation to my Girl Scout troop at $ Missy W MISSYW1913. Thank you for your donation.
Come on now, you better go ahead and mark it for
we're
the baby.
going to Florida. We're going to Florida.
Yes, I'm here for it. And of course, you can catch your girl Shannon Deneen on all the social media handles at Shannon Deneen. That's DENEAN. So guys, are y'all ready?
Yes.
We're ready.
All right, people, it's time for Word on the Street. Whoo, y'all. So we're gonna get it popping. Your girl Wendy Williams is back on the television. Did
Yes.
y'all hear about Wendy?
Wendy said,
I
y'all
watched
not
her
taking my
today.
job.
You really?
If
You
I
watched
got
it
to
today?
I
cry
watched
and
her today.
snot, whatever I have to do, y'all not taking my job. Nick Cannon.
Nick
Cannon.
I
Wasn't
don't
he too
think
much?
Nick did not want her job. He did not want it, y'all.
Are we sure?
But the ratings were, I don't think
Now,
he
Sherry Shepherd
wanted.
may have wanted it, but
Sherry Shepherd
Yeah.
definitely wanted her job.
She wanted to, but Nick
Sherry Shepherd wanted her
Cannon
job.
had the ratings. He was really there for the people. You know,
Yeah.
Nick liked to throw out bombs.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I don't think he was intentionally going after her show. But
Yeah.
the ratings loved him.
oh yeah.
Did they?
Yes.
Ooh.
The
He
ratings
is a
loved
likable
him.
person, Shannon. I know you don't like him, but he's a
Honey,
lovable
Nick
person.
wear that turban on that show. What's that
And-
show
and-
called? Where they
Oh,
wear the mask?
Wild 'N Out.
I watched the show.
Oh, I know what you're talking
where
about.
they dress
Mass
up-
Singer.
Mask
Yes.
Singer. He wear that turban. Honey.
The
They
people love
him.
Nick Cannon.
Yes.
They do
They
now.
love him.
They
They
loved
love
him
him.
on America's Got Talent.
Yeah,
They
and I
did.
mean, he's loved by everyone.
Yes.
But to me, he could just be a little messy in our community.
He's
he can
a
be a
little-
little messy. He can
Well,
be a little
who's
messy.
not messy these days, you know? Wendy's messy, and she don't want to claim all her mess.
But here's the thing. Wendy is messy in a I'm trying to keep my business to myself kind of way. Like
Yeah.
Wendy's mess is around her and she's around here acting like she don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Why
ma'am,
she want to keep her business to herself but spread everybody else's business out there?
because that is literally her job to spread other
Yeah,
people's
because
business.
she's human, and
I'm just
that's
saying.
what she's into. That whole shock jock.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
what's the guy's
Be
name?
transparent.
That's the shock jock.
Which one? Charlamagne?
No.
Who?
The
Howard
white
Stern?
guy. She's the Howard Stern
She is.
Please.
of television.
She is.
Be transparent. If you want to tell the people mess, tell your own too.
No, she's not telling her
No,
own
she's
mess.
not
I
telling
know
her.
she won't
No, but
have
who
to tell
did
her
tell
mess.
her stuff? Who did tell her stuff and he didn't mind? See, that's why my grandmother used to tell me, if you don't want it told, then don't you say nothing. Don't say nothing, because anything that come out that mouth, I
Come
don't
on
care
now.
if they tell you, I promise you I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah.
It could slip out. Who told it all is Charlamagne.
He really did.
Charlamagne said, you know, he basically said, quote unquote, I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah.
I F with Wendy the long way. I don't fool with her husband,
Yep.
Kevin.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never have.
He
But
said
even
that
the
a long time
people,
ago.
there were a lot of people on her show while she was gone. The sources for some of these articles. There was an article in People. There were a couple of articles out there that was like, it's been so peaceful since
Yes.
Kevin has not been
Yes.
there. That Wendy's
Yes.
fine, but we have been at peace.
Yes.
Now we all worried. We worried about these jobs because we're not sure we're gonna keep them. But it has been
Yeah.
so much peace that when he comes in, he creates the chaos
Has
and the
that toxic
foolishness.
energy.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you who they compared it to. Because I know, how did it come up on the Breakfast Club? They were talking about Monique's husband.
Yeah.
And he was saying Monique's husband has that same energy.
Yes.
That's the road he's going down as Kevin.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? They were talking about it another time too, because Charlamagne was basically saying, at some point in time, I'm gonna tell it.
In
Like-
his book, he said he
Yeah.
has a book where he's going to talk about his career.
Yes.
And in talking about his career, he said because at the end of the day, like real talk, Wendy Williams put him on the map.
Absolutely.
However, he said the closer they got,
The more tension there was with
Right,
Kevin,
right.
and that Kevin was the problem, and that Kevin
Right.
was the issue.
and was
hear
whooping
he's
on her
very-
in front of everybody.
He's
Yeah.
very, very controlling, is what I've heard.
I've heard that too,
Yes.
girl.
You know what?
That's why he can control this house over here, and then 9 miles down the street.
Come
control
on,
that house
with
over
the
there.
girlfriend?
this is-
Exactly.
With the
that's
girlfriend down the
problem I
street?
have because that same thing. Look at the patterns, and this might be a different conversation. But look at Mary J. Blige's husband.
That girl.
Same thing. They start managing those careers.
Listen.
And they learn the ins and outs of the business,
Yeah.
and then they start controlling them because you got to think if
Yep.
you're my manager, you see my money before I do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You
yes.
negotiate my contract.
Yeah, absolutely. And then at the end of the day, you want $30,000 for doing nothing every
Baby.
month. That man got on my nerves so bad. I was so
Baby.
mad at him for Mary J. Blige.
Let
I
me
was
tell
so
you
mad.
something. And then took her Grammys. Let me tell
Right.
you something. Yonkers Mary should have came out. See, that's why the
Yes.
Lord knows who to position people
Yes.
in different places.
He changed Mary at the right time that she needed to be changed, because she didn't need to be in jail behind that fool
No.
either.
But you know what?
listen.
She talked about how she didn't have a dime to her name.
Yep.
And the guy, what's the guy's name that owns, like, is it Atlantic? He has like a huge airplane, and he had that show like Survivor. Richard Branson.
Oh, yeah.
Richard Branson allowed her to come and stay with him
Wow.
without paying anything.
That's what's
because
up.
this
Without
dog
little
house
Nicky
over
Nicky?
here. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
She said he was just awesome because they asked her, well, why didn't you stay with Puff? You know, that's your brother. She said, I just needed to be by myself
Yeah.
and be in a serene place. And he allowed her to stay there because that trash box refused to let her in her own house.
That's
Like
crazy.
was padlocking door. You ain't paid not nan
A bill.
That's why
All
I
of
learned
this
a long
kind
time
off
ago.
my back.
I know how to change locks, so I would
That-
have changed them before he did.
Listen, let me tell you something. My friend Melissa taught me a little something. I'm not going to
Listen,
tell it. I'm
listen.
not going to tell it,
You
but
see-
she taught
you see,
it.
Didn't I just tell you what my grandmother told me? Don't tell nobody
Unless
nothing.
you
You don't
want
want
it
to repeat
told.
it. This is what I taught.
I'm just saying she told me some things I didn't know about doors, okay? That's all I'm going to say is that Melissa knows things about doors.
Baby, just call me a padlock. A locksmith. I help you in or help you stay in if you want. Play with it.
Back to Wendy. I can't. Back to Wendy Williams. So,
Oh, yeah.
yes.
We were talking about her
we,
right
we
now.
went on a
Okay.
tangent, but that's okay. So, Wendy is back. And what Wendy says happened is basically she explained that she had some complications with Graves' disease. And now, Graves' disease is a really serious disease. It's an autoimmune disease for those who do not know. I would be honest, I didn't know a whole lot about it before, but Wendy Williams is one of my favorite folks. And so I went on and I learned, I got some facts, y'all. So Graves' disease is an autoimmune disease. Some of the symptoms, some of the things you need to be watching out for: anxiety and irritability, tremors in your hands or your fingers, enlargement of your thyroids, some changes in your menstrual cycle, weight loss, bulging of your eyes. And I'm going to be honest, I used to make fun of Wendy Williams and her eyes. I didn't know. I
No,
didn't
but
know.
you know who else has a thyroid
Who?
issue? Missy Elliott. That's how she lost all that weight.
Well, I
and
didn't know that.
Because her eyes, and she talked about how, shout out to the Sorrel Alex,
Yeah.
who does her makeup.
Yeah.
She talks about wearing makeup because her eyes protrude due
Yeah.
to her having a thyroid
Yeah.
issue.
Oh, wow.
And that's how she lost all that weight.
Yep.
Oh.
And people talk about Wendy Williams' eyes, myself included. I was like, oh my gosh, she is literally bugging. Like literally, her eyes
But
are
see,
huge.
here's the thing.
But I didn't know. My
And
bad,
I'm gonna tell
Wendy.
you
Yeah.
something.
I love you.
How should I say this?
What you gonna say, friend?
Your cousin
Who?
just goes in on her all the time.
Oh. Well,
Your cousin 50 Cent.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. He does.
He
not
pulls
nice.
no punches and he
It's not
goes
nice.
all the way in.
It's
Then-
not nice.
But see, here's the thing. My grandmother used to tell me everything come full circle.
It
Yeah.
does.
So you can't sit and drag people and then
You
expect
can't.
for them to give you grace.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because look at how she triggered Whitney Houston.
Really, she
Don't
did.
start nothing, won't be
And
nothing.
was like,
she
I used to
did.
do lines. I know you do lines. I'm looking at the burner. And I said, is she not talking to the voice like that?
Yeah, she is. And she
Just trigger. And then Whitney then came out as classy as she was and said, please don't forget I'm from Jersey.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I will
You
drag
don't want
you.
this.
She
You
didn't
don't want
say-
this
She
smoke.
didn't do it like the Cardi. Cardi be like, I will drag you.
It's crazy how dog walk
Listen,
you.
I will dog walk you. I said she made Whitney come out of classy
Yes, she
Whitney.
did.
Yeah.
She went
She
right
said,
on back to
"Please don't
Jersey.
forget, I'm from Camden, New Jersey."
She
I
is.
said, "Oh
She's-
my God."
That's exactly what she said. And you know what? Wendy later came back and apologized, but at that point the damage was
Yeah,
done.
the
It was,
damage is
she
done.
apologized after she had passed away.
Yeah, no. She apologized before. When she apologized once on the radio, and then when she got her show, and she apologized again, and then Whitney died, and she apologized again. Wendy has said some horrible things, but what I will give her credit for is pushing through in an industry that is all male,
Yeah.
that was extremely difficult, and making such a name for herself in the world of radio and journalism. She is one of the greatest at what she does because she has made her own lane. She created her own way. So for that, I applaud her. I will say, Wendy, you are not being a wonderful example because you are allowing. So one of the other factors and triggers for Graves' disease is stress.
Stress.
Yes.
Yes.
It's stress and smoking.
That's number
and
one.
She does
And
both
she does
of those.
both.
Yeah.
And
And
Yeah.
she
living a
smoked
very
some
stressful
things
life.
that
Yeah.
are legal.
Yeah, and some
Illegal,
that ain't.
and it's some. Thank you. It's
Yeah.
some plural.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is, what I love that Charlamagne the Guy talked about with her is how she held her own without a co-host on the show.
Yep.
Like a lot of times when people have those daytime talk shows,
Yep.
especially transitioning from radio
Absolutely.
to television, they give them co-hosts.
Yep.
Yeah.
But she said, no, my audience members are my co-hosts.
Mm-hmm.
And she's held her own. You know, I really feel bad for her personally.
I do.
I feel bad for her personally because I have known some people. I know people who have Graves, who have the thyroid disorder, and who have celiac disorder. They're all similar.
Okay.
However, and it's nothing to play with because your hair comes out.
Yeah.
It can make
Which
your
is
teeth
one of the
fall
reasons
out.
they were talking about she wears the wigs all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
it can make your teeth fall out.
Yeah.
It can make you your bones break
Yeah.
easily. It really
And
impacts your
pain,
well-being.
Your joints
The
and stuff,
pain,
pain and
yeah.
fatigue. Like if you're extremely tired, and I know we say it because we're, especially women, we do so much in a day,
Yeah.
and we're just exhausted. But if that just increasingly gets more exhausting, get yourself checked out. Ladies.
Absolutely. And
Absolutely.
specifically if you are in the African American or Asian American community,
Yes.
because the Graves' disease hits those two
The most.
the most. And according to the Journal of American Medicine. So
And WebMD, I look too.
come on now, WebMD.
Because I said I don't
Yeah.
even know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But and it really looks at one of the things that can really help is eating for your blood type.
Yeah.
With this eating for your blood type, because a lot of that stems from the chemicals in meat. They suggest that you don't eat a lot of meat if you're impacted by these disorders.
So that's
but
probably
stress,
why she went vegan.
Probably so.
But stress is like a number one. It can send you into. One of my friends had to take off work. Like she was on leave for about 3 months
Wow.
because
Wow.
just working in a school and everything that was going on and not getting enough rest. Like she could barely walk.
That's not
Her
okay.
teeth were coming out.
Yeah.
Hair. I mean, it just falling out. So it's something that we really have to be aware of, and don't be afraid to ask your doctor to run more tests.
Absolutely.
Like it's run more than anemia.
Yeah.
I need a full panel. Everything.
I need all of
There's
them.
something
Give me
wrong.
Listen, I got the
everything.
good insurance. Get all the tests.
Yes.
That's a good point for women in general, especially women of color, because
Yeah.
it is. There was a study that was done that talked in depth about women of color not being believed by doctors.
Yes,
Where
we
you
have to
talk-
fight
yeah,
so
and-
hard just to get a good and true diagnosis.
Absolutely, and so when you're at your doctor and you've told them something is wrong, and they're like, oh no, you'll be just fine. We just gonna
Just lose some weight.
Yeah, all you have to do is lose. You really feel a way about that thing, don't you?
Because I'm sick of that being an issue. It's not the issue, people.
Well, and that could very well be true. Sometimes doctors will be like, they'll blame it all on your weight, and it's not really your weight.
It's not.
Be your own advocate. Make sure that you are asking additional questions, and get second opinions if you need them. Make sure that you are having doctors run tests, because it's those kinds of things. Is that advocacy for yourself and that pushing when you know something is wrong, when you know something is not right, that's going to save your life. The Graves' disease is treatable. You know, it's a treatable thing, and the quicker you catch something, and that's with most diseases and most things. The quicker you catch it, the more curable you are, and so you want to make sure that you're advocating for yourself. It's incredibly important. Don't allow somebody to tell you, "Oh, you'll be all right. We just gonna monitor it for a year, and then you'll be all right."
Yeah, because some of it, and a lot of it, just to be honest, we say it doesn't start with your weight, but it does start with your diet.
Yeah,
We say that.
true.
Because the best indicator of how healthy you are, to me, is when we juice, or at least go on a 1-week green cleanse. And you will see how much energy you have when you're not eating that processed food. Girl,
You
go.
never did juicing?
I have
If
never
you
gone
juice
on a
for a
1-week cleanse.
Yeah, it
Oh,
will
girl,
totally
yes.
reset your system. You will have so much energy. Like those first 2 days, you're gonna be a little hungry,
Oh,
but you.
It depends, because I know we did a
so
lot
y'all
of
going on a
apples.
juice cleanse with me? We doing it
I'll
together?
do
I
it.
have a juicer. I can do it. Yeah.
I don't have a
I'll do
juicer.
it.
Can
we'll
I?
do JJ smoothie?
Okay, can I get this at Arden's Garden? Can I just buy it? And
Yeah,
bring
you
it
can get the gallon. Yeah, you
Just
get the
get
green
gallon.
juice.
I need
Let
the
me
gallon.
tell you something. My
Or
eyesight
who
is
gonna
better.
sponsor me to get on this
Oh,
juice?
I was going to say, Melissa's right. When you do the juicing, you will feel it in your eyes. It's like
Really?
your eyes are
Yeah, you
cleansing.
can clear-
Your
you see
entire
clear.
body is cleansing.
I have so much energy. My brain isn't foggy.
Oh.
Yeah, that bread will do it. And I
Bread
did
is killing
Let me
us
tell you
softly.
something. I'm gonna tell you how
I've
how
given
that
up
thing
bread for a
impacts you.
Uh-huh.
I did a cleanse, and see, nobody told me that you're supposed to transition and go on a brat, like when you're transitioning back. Child, I went to
Where,
the
friend?
place with the peanuts on the floor. The
Oh,
hamburger
long.
place. No, Five Guys.
Five Guys. Uh-huh.
I went to Five Guys
No,
coming
you-
off a cleanse.
You can't.